Hi, everyone. Away we go. This is, I'm turning to Hayley. Is this episode 1118 or 119, Hayley?
19.
Okay. This is episode 1119. This is Blind Magic in Alice Springs, and I am your presenter and host, Murray Stewart. Well, I see that Fatima Payman, an Australian senator, a disenfranchised Labor member, has formed a new party, and that new party's name has been launched this afternoon in Australia. I believe she's calling it the Australia's Voice Party. My understanding is she's hoping to represent what she is calling the marginalised people in Australia, therefore the people without a voice. Now, that's all well and good. That's all fine. Let me explain. I think Fatima Payman is the first Islamic person to be elected to the Senate, and that's good. That's fine. No worries with that. But she did have quite a significant fallout with the Labor Party, so now she's gone off and formed her own party. And her platform would appear to be a little bit scattergun at the moment, representing whom she believes are marginalised people. Now, I'm not sure if people with disabilities are in sights, but I imagine that we would be in her sights in terms of the voice that, or the voices that she would like to represent. And once again, that's all well and good. But what I hope she doesn't intend doing is turning all of these people into victims or representing them as victims. There's been far too much of this going on, particularly when it comes to Indigenous people in this country. And I certainly don't want to be seen as a victim. No, I don't. If she wants to represent people with disabilities, that's all well and good, but not from the point of view of us being victims. What I want to be known as is someone with incredible talents whom needs support to be self-determining. That's exactly what I want to be seen as, and that's exactly what I have set out to be. And that's exactly what some of these other marginalised people that might come under this party's scope should also be represented as. Because victimhood doesn't work. And yes, whilst I know that the misery industry is a very, very big industry, those that get the jobs are not those who they represent. In fact, those who get the jobs tend to keep the victimhood mentality going, so the industry that they work in ensures that the victims remain victims and go further down. And that is not what we need. It's certainly not what we want. We want people to rise together. We want to see the misery industry cease to exist. And the best way for it to cease to exist is to have successful Indigenous people, to have successful people with disabilities, and that is the way to prevent being marginalised and to bring about assimilation, is to have a job just like anybody else, to be able to grow businesses just like everybody else has the opportunity to do in this wonderful country. Yeah, that's exactly how I want to be represented. And so if that's going to be the case, then yeah, sure, why not Fatima Payman? Why not? Even I would support that sort of party, but I fear not. I fear that for political purposes, she is going to turn every single one of us in these so-called marginalised groups into victims for her own political gain. That's going to help absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody. We'll see where this goes, folks. We'll see where this goes. But I have to say, given her previous form, I think that's where she might be headed. We will keep a very, very close watch on this for you, I promise you. All right, folks, this has been episode 1119, a Blind Magic Communications production.